This is Punk N Politics, and today is June 6th, 2018, and this is episode number 66. Let's do this!
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
These days are strange, it's true.
I would bomb the shit out of them.
If you think that punk rock doesn't mix with politics, you're wrong.
Welcome to Punk N Politics, and on today's episode we're changing it up a bit, and we will be covering the May 4th Punk N Politics show that Ronnie X from 390 and myself put on about a month ago. And hint, the May 4th, that's where all the Star Wars references are coming from. And on this episode we'll have a bunch of music and interviews from Ryan Wreckage from the Minnie Green Show, Suspects, CC Potato, Theo Hirsch, Generic Response, Wrecked, The Idiots, Whining Pussys, and of course 390. But before we get to all of the political mosh pit and the review of the awesome show on May 4th at the Doll Hut in Anaheim, California, let's check out one of the bands that was playing that I wasn't able to catch an interview with, but I definitely would like to interview them in the future because they put on an amazing show. They've been playing music for quite some time. Here's Jimmy Sun by Suspects.
The son was the son of a bitch now, so it seemed. Jimmy's son was the cat on a leash now, has always been. I've been waiting a long time, baby, for all these things. I've been drawing a long conclusion that always changes. Jimmy's son was an awful stranger, needles and pins. Jimmy's son was an oblong creature who sprouted wings. I've been waiting a long time, baby, for all these things. I've been drawing a long conclusion that always changes. I don't care what you don't like. Jimmy's hands were the ones on the cradle when the cradle rocked. Interested in the Aesop's fable, he never read. Want your picture on the pony, Jimmy? Well, that's too bad. Jimmy, you ain't got no mama, you ain't got no dad.
What's up? And we have Ryan Wreckage from the Minnie Green Show. How's it going, man?
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, good, dude. How are you enjoying the night so far out here at the Punk N Politics show?
Man, the world-famous Doll Hut, Punk N Politics, 390, Whining Pussys, CC Potato, Generic Response. They're all good time, man.
Suspect. Yeah, dude, we're laying it down. Fucking, it's starting to fill up, and it's a good time. I've actually never been to this venue because I'm down from San Diego. So coming up here, this is a fucking awesome venue, man.
Oh, man, you got a further journey than I do. We're out of Riverside. So.
Yeah, there you go. Well, hey, it was definitely well worth it. But for a lot of people who aren't familiar with the Minnie Green Show, it's kind of based out in Riverside or Southern California. Tell us about it.
Local scene, local art, local music. I'm a scumbag punk rocker, so I like to steer it in that direction.
Right.
But we talk about everything, mostly promotional stuff, newer bands, anything really going on the scene.
Cool.
We had a sword swallower on the other night. That was pretty awesome.
That's random. I do the Punk Rock and Politics podcast, so we have, political stuff. I interview a lot of other podcasters, some comedians, but a sword swallower, dude, that's stepping it to the next level.
His words to live by were, lick it before you stick it. Said it was a lifestyle.
Lick it before you stick it. I think that can apply to a lot of things in life, I suppose, right?
Yeah, my wife is 8.5 months pregnant, and I licked it before I stuck it.
Oh, shit. Well, dude, it is the Punk Rock and Politics podcast, and I went to go take a piss in the bathroom, and there's a sticker of Trump on the thing, says, don't piss on me, and I had to piss all over him. So, it wouldn't be the right Punk Rock and Politics. My main question, does punk rock mix with politics?
I think No Effect said it best with "You're Wrong."
Yes.
If you think that punk rock doesn't mix with politics, you're wrong.
You're wrong, exactly, yeah.
It's kind of funny because I look around, there's a lot of idiots out these days, and it seems like the punk rockers are the smartest ones. We're the only ones thinking for ourselves.
Yeah. And that's me and Ron. Ronnie X from 390, he's the one who helped me put this show on from 390. Fucking great guy. He's a little more libertarian. I'm a little bit more to the left, but we love having conversations, and I think it's all about talking to each other, and no matter what you believe or what you feel, we all can come out here and enjoy punk rock music and get in the political mosh pit, right?
Yeah, don't force your politics on anybody, because then you just turn into Christians.
Yeah, dude, exactly. So, give anyone who's out there the Minnie Green Show. Do you guys do it? How often is the show on, and where can they find the show if they want to check it out?
The Minnie Green Show, check us out on YouTube, on Facebook. We go live every Wednesday at 9:30.
Oh, shit.
Again, you can add me, Ryan Wreckage, on Facebook, or you can follow our YouTube channel, The Minnie Green Show, or you can follow our Facebook page, The Minnie Green Show.
Awesome, cool, nice, and you do it live. Do it live!
Yeah, do it live.
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you guys ever have any call-ins or anything? Or
we do, actually, like their comments and stuff. We're about to start doing a call-in. We got cool sponsors.
Because you have it on YouTube, so people could comment while they watch, huh? Yeah. Oh, that's cool, dude. That's really cool.
And then we also do Anarchy in the IE. In fact, if you guys aren't doing anything, tomorrow night, May 5th in Riverside, Anarchy in the IE. We got 7 badass bands. Starts at 8 o'clock at the River Lounge in Riverside.
Good. And you guys are always promoting new music, new bands. I know a lot of people listen to this podcast. They enjoy hearing new music. So if you want to hear new bands or discover new music, definitely go check out Ryan Wreckage on the Minnie Green Show. So, hey, thanks for talking to me, man.
Thanks for spending some time with me, man.
Of course, bro. Keep it up.
See you in the pit.
Yeah, I like that, dude.
There's a little bit of LA on my deck. From Santa Monica to the end of sunset. Barely down these fucking strings. I'm like a dog at eight, giving 9 ways to every girl I see. There's a little bit of LA on my deck. From Santa Monica to the end of sunset. Barely down these fucking strings. I'm like a dog at eight, giving 9 ways to every girl I see. Last summer I met someone I didn't know. I tripped, lived on the 6th there and barely, bro, I picked up. That's when she took me to her house and put me on the couch. She fell asleep, I made some food and got the fuck out. There's a little bit of LA on my deck. From Santa Monica to the end of sunset. Barely down these fucking streets. I'm like a dog at eight, giving 9 ways to every girl I see. I went down to bed as I had a 0-4. I fucked it up, tried to kick clip onto the rail by the shore. That's when I saw it, said it looked good by the shot. I bought a finger, gripped it up, and then she jerked me off. There's a little bit of LA on my deck. From Santa Monica to the end of sunset. Barely down these fucking streets. I'm like a dog at eight, giving 9 ways to every girl I see. There's a little bit of LA on my deck. From Melrose to downtown and back. Now the heel of that curve is that a him or a her. In Hollywood you can never be too sure. There's a little bit of LA on my deck. From Santa Monica to the end of sunset. Barely down these fucking streets. I'm like a dog at eight, giving 9 ways to every girl I
All right, and that was LA on deck, and I have Jacob from CC Potato. And no, not the same Jacob that we had on before. This is the lead vocalist, Jacob, from CC Potato. What's up, Jacob?
What's up, dude? How you
Dude,
doing, man?
thanks so much for joining Punk Rock and Politics in the political mosh pit.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks
Fuck
for
yeah,
having
and you just played a few minutes ago. You guys are fucking awesome. So much energy, and you like rocked it, dude, and I love to see that.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for
Yeah,
having me
dude,
out,
and you guys have new music coming out. You
Yeah.
already have another album, which that one song was out. When's the new album going to be coming out?
Probably in the fall.
In the fall?
Yeah, we'll have like a new video, and like the record will be out around the fall, and a bunch
Oh.
of videos and all that stuff.
Okay, good, cool.
Yeah,
man, we were talking a little bit before the show, you know, about politics and about the political system and everything, and you were saying something, you know, I honestly, after I've been talking to everyone here, they kind of echo the same sentiment. So, you know, what were you saying, the whole political system and everything? What do you think about it?
I mean, it's like a big fraud. You know, it's like the puppet on the left or the puppet on the right, and ultimately it always comes down to the lesser of two evils, whatever your opinion and values align with that, you know? So, I don't know, the whole thing's a joke, but, you know, I guess the best thing you can do is just try to be a good human being. So,
yeah. No, I think you're totally right, and you kind of nailed it on the head. It is all about there's a puppet on the left and the puppet on the right, and they scare us with these little issues, and at the end of the day.
We were talking about the media, though.
Oh,
that was what was interesting.
Oh, yeah, well, because the media, yeah.
Man, it's like everywhere you look is a tabloid, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like a car crash tabloid.
Yeah, and CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, they have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to cover news, but they talk about the same fucking shit all day long.
So we can swear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Please swear.
Yeah. No, yeah. Man.
Yeah, well, and then we have actual serious problems that are going on, like Flint. They still don't have clean water. We have fracking that's destroying our government or our environment, but they don't want to talk about that on the media.
It's all well. I'm sure it comes down to whatever advertisers want to pay to see whatever news they can sponsor. You know,
Yeah.
Because they're always going to try and want to sell you something. The TV is nothing but a box to sell you some shit, man. Same with your fucking phone.
Yeah.
So. I mean, we gotta, you know, we all need a phone, I guess, and we all like to watch TV, but as long as we're aware, you know, like,
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Be aware of what they're trying to fucking sell you on, man.
And I think that's a really good point. I've talked to a lot of bands about this recently is social media. That's how I met Ron. And then me and Ron, with the podcast, we were able to put this show on. So
man.
Social media is great in certain aspects, but also in other ways it's fucking horrible. It's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah, man. I think for communication and booking shows and all that shit, it definitely is a practical and functional platform. But it's like anything, you know. It's like you want to go somewhere and drive somewhere. You got to use some corporate bullshit oil. Sorry for the redundant bullshit.
No, yeah, it's true.
But you know, you're gonna have to buy Chevron or whatever, Shell or BP. You know, so it's tough, dude. But like I said, like all you can do is just try and have fun and be as cool as you can to everybody and.
Yeah, I agree, and that's why that's why I do the podcast, and that's why I'm so happy we had this show, and that you guys played here at the show because it's all about uniting people, bringing us together, even if we have different opinions, different outlooks on life. You know, we're all human beings.
That's true.
You know, we're all Americans, and we all like punk rock, so we can come here and rock out, man.
That's what's up, dude. It's been a good vibe tonight, so man.
Yeah,
I'm happy to be here, man.
Thank you, and I'm really happy you guys play, and I already talked to other Jacob. We're going to set up another interview with you guys where we could feature your music through the whole podcast, talk about some crazy shit, I hope. And
yeah, we'd love to.
Yeah, definitely.
Anytime.
And, you know, man, I do have to say before you go, I have a friend just like your friend on My Friend's a Piece of Shit. I have a friend just like that.
Good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think everyone has one of those friends.
I would think so, man.
Yeah, I was kind of worried he might show up here and start some fights, you know, but I guess he's not, huh?
No. Well, yeah, man, that's good, dude. Yeah, it seems like it's a pretty relatable thing. So.
Oh, I think everyone has that friend. They're like,
man.
why the fuck do we hang out with this guy? But at the end of the day, he has your back, I guess.
Yeah, well, you know, it's funny, man, like, with that song, a lot of it was just like, you grow up and like you're friends with these people on your street, and it's like you're only friends with them because they're
and high
your
school
fucking
too.
Neighbor, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're sitting there on your couch. 10 years go by. You're in your late 20s, and you're thinking, that fool was a fucking jackass, man. And the only reason I hung out with him was because our parents were friends.
Yeah, you had a close proximity.
You had like a close proximity, man.
Yep.
And that's really what the core of that song was about. Is just like being friends with people by default.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because you're limited. You're limited on your friends.
Yeah, man. So that's funny, man.
No, I totally related to that song. And like I was saying, I listened to a bunch of your music. I fucking love it.
Thanks, man.
Great production. And I'm really excited to hear your next album and hear you guys, your sound evolve, you know?
Thank you very
much.
much.
Yeah, definitely.
Man.
But before I let you go, where's the best place for people to find your music online?
Spotify and YouTube. And please follow us at Instagram at CC Potato Boys. That's our handle.
Awesome. So. Great, man. Hey, thanks so much, Jacob.
Thank you very much, man.
Dead kids are everywhere from the witches, poison treats. Parents scour the neighborhood and the streets. For the evil bitch they plan to burn for murdering their spawns. This evil night must end as I anticipate the dawn. Creatures wet under a moon of red. All ocean fish are dead. Evil spirits are rising from their eternal bed. You are the living, you're the deceased. The dead arriving to a girl's suicide as she avoids a murderous beast.
And that was Halloween Song by Theo Hirsch. And Theo just wrapped up his show and his set up at the May 4th, the Doll Hut show here. And people were taken aback. I think in a good way, though, Theo.
Sure, yeah. I think that's, normally the reaction. I don't know. I mean, not. It depends on where I go, but
yeah. It's definitely it's like totally. One guy, he came up to me and he was just like, "This guy is like straight out of South Park." Did you? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
maybe.
probably. Yeah, dude. But
that makes sense.
But you were talking, this is Punk Rock and Politics, and one of the reasons why I'm so happy that you did play is because all of your music, it's, you focus on political stuff.
Uh-huh.
And one of your songs, it was all about the two-party system and how it's fucked. And and you were kind of talking about, Trump lost, or Trump won because Hillary sucks so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, the Democratic Party sucks up, but the DNC are a bunch of sellouts.
Exactly. And it's basically the two-party system.
And all the millennials, they're not down with all their stupid bullshit anymore. It's like they're not going to vote for some fucking corporatist dipshit who's just slightly worse, less, or whatever, less worse than, Trump is like, at least he talks populist rhetoric.
Yes.
They're just like, oh, we're the Democrat Party, and we hate progressives, and we hate millennials.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much how they fucking are.
Well, and right now, we're in California, so it's big. Dianne Feinstein, she was against legalizing marijuana. She's running again in 2018 in November, and she's just now saying, okay, I guess I'm for legalized marijuana. And it's kind of like you said, that's basically...
Did she just say that?
Just recently.
The other day?
Yeah, well, about a month ago or so.
A month ago. I think I heard about that.
Yeah?
So did, what's his bucket? The fucking other guy?
Chuck Schumer?
Yeah,
well,
that's
because Wall Street...
Dianne Feinstein actually did?
Yes.
Really?
She's in favor of legalized marijuana.
She's like the biggest fucking Republican.
She's total... Yeah. And so... But she's going to win, though. And how fucked up is that? That just shows how shitty...
We don't have a progressive running against her?
Allison Heartland or Hart something. She used to be a teacher.
Right.
And she's a Justice Democrat, and she's running against her. I'm going to do a whole episode on Allison before...
You should have her on your
show. Oh, God, that would be so awesome. She is so great. But she is actually a progressive Democrat running for Senate. And that's what we need, because it's like Dianne Feinstein, she said she's not going to participate in the pre-primary debates because she thinks she's already going to have it in the bag.
Right. And like, I just think she needs to, like, I think her vagina is a little too, like, dusty. And she needs to go away. Like, all these fucking, like, old, like, all these old Republican, like, they're so, it's like, get out of our lives.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of our lives. I hate to say it, die off. It's time,
at least just get out of office.
Just get the fuck out of our lives.
Well, and then you have John McCain, who he's kind of a piece of shit, but right now he's just saying, oh, I'm not running for re-election, so I can speak my mind. It's like, you piece of shit. If you're in office, you're supposed to be speaking your mind.
For the people, right?
Right now, but now that you're leaving, you feel comfortable just now to speak your mind.
No, it's just funny that like it's like how they represent the 1%, as we all know. Yeah. They represent the fucking. I'm tired of using fucking buzzwords. They just represent the fucking privileged,
the elite,
the privileged, cunty ass. What's that word? What's that word where you pass down your shit? There's a word.
Oh God, the trust fund babies.
Right, but there's another word. There's like a scientific word.
Oh,
I don't fucking know. Who gives a shit? Whatever. My vocabulary sucks. I'm stupid, and I shouldn't be talking right now. But the point is, fuck them all. I'm so sick of it. I think we're all sick of it. I mean, pretty much. If you go to like Trump land, if you go into a Trump territory, and if Bernie talks to them, everybody's like, oh, well, duh.
Yeah.
Even Trump supporters, when they hear Bernie, and that's why the corporate Democrats do not want the progressive message to get out there, and they're fighting us tooth and nail because they don't want to give up the money machine.
Exactly.
Because they have this money machine, and they're such sellouts to and they're so demoral. They have no morality at all. They have zero moral structure to their being, and they have no attachment to real human beings. It's really sad.
Yeah, I agree. And it's because both parties have become, like you said, they're just working for the elites. And you have someone like Trump who comes in there, but the media is totally disregarding why he won and saying it's Russia.
Fuck me in the pussy.
No, dude, it's like if Hillary Clinton wasn't such a dumb, narcissistic cunt, she could have talked populist rhetoric and be like, hey.
Yeah.
But she refused to do it because she's an asshole.
Well, she kind of tried, but her record is against it, you know? Like, and she, even then,
and
she
we all
didn't.
know it, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, even if she did try to chalk that, she's not authentic, and that's why people fucking love Bernie, you know?
Right.
That's why he was doing so good. And Trump doesn't have a record, so that's why he was able to get up there and say whatever the fuck he wanted.
Right, and then, like, you know, the biggest moronic fucktard on the planet, because, like, that guy is so that is a reflection of us.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't think it's a reflection of you and I necessarily.
America.
But we live in America,
Yeah.
so it kind of is at the same time, and it sucks. It's embarrassing.
It is
I'm embarrassed. I'm very embarrassed that actually happened. And whatever. What are you gonna do? I voted for Jill Stein in the fucking.
Me too. Okay, before I let you go, this is perfect. Jill Stein right now. I'm always on this Russia thing. I said something about Russia. The podcast is listed on a website calling me the podcast. Or apparently I'm a Russian agent. I guess I don't even speak Russian, but I'm a Russian agent. Jill Stein's a Russian agent.
Who said this?
There's a website. It's citizensfedup.org. I hate even giving them promotion, but they have a bunch.
Well, when there's idiots, you got to call out idiots.
Whatever. Yeah, and so they have my podcast listed as a Russian agent. Jill Stein is now, by the mainstream media, being portrayed as a Russian agent. That's what I want to say. Watch out, Theo. You're going to be next. You're going to be considered a Russian agent.
I don't even
soon.
put up with that kind of rhetoric.
Thank you.
Like these kind of like. These
So
kind
what
of
do you think
trolls-
about this bullshit, this Russian kind of thing?
I just know that I just pretty sure that like the narrative of anything that has to do with Russia is, as you know, you probably know as well as I do, that it's just a fucking bullshit. Fucking it's just there to distract us from the truth.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
you know, like.
Yeah.
Right, wait, we topple governments all the time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Russia came in and like fucked with our elections.
Well,
who gives a shit?
They bought Facebook ads. That's pretty much all they did.
Okay,
Woo,
so,
wow.
right. And these are the. So we go into like countries and we fucking like bomb the shit out of them, and then we topple fucking governments and
that's
install
okay.
corporate warmongers or corporate puppets. I'm sorry, corporate puppets. And then we're like allies with Saudi Arabia, who's bombing the shit out of mothers and children and grandmas, and bombing the shit out of weddings. But Russia is this horrible thing just because they fucking
Bought Facebook ads.
Facebook ads.
Yep. Yeah.
Go fuck yourself, America. Suck my cock forever.
Yeah. And on that, I think that's a really good.
InfoWars.
Oh no, that's Theo's pianist / bongo drummer right there.
He just likes to talk shit.
That's good.
Okay, fuck InfoWars. He's a Donald Trump supporter.
Oh no. Just being provocative. But,
Right.
dude, thanks so much, Theo, for playing tonight at the Punk N Politics show, and thanks for being a part of the podcast, man.
Yeah, man.
And I always tell everyone you're one of the most wildest interviewees that I've had, so I have to have you on again in the future. Thanks so much.
Great. I'm totally down.
Definitely keep in touch.
Down.
And that was Respect by Generic Response. And I have the guys from the band here on the Political Mosh Pit. We're wrapping up the Doll Hut show. Thanks for hopping on the podcast.
Oh, yeah, no problem. It was fun. It was a good
Definitely. Yeah, you guys rocked the house. It was a lot of energy. It was fucking awesome. So
thank you. I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, great stuff. And you know, this is the Punk Rock and Politics podcast. So, you know, we go talk about the political mosh pit. And what do you guys think? Does punk rock mix with politics?
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think anything in life is going to come out in your music, so it definitely does mix with punk rock. Definitely politics included.
Yeah.
It's so engulfed in our lives, you know. It's like constantly surrounded by different morals, different ideas, different values, and it's going to come out.
Right. And we were talking earlier, this is the bassist from Generic Response. We were kind of talking earlier about the punk rock and politics and everything and kind of the current climate of the political world, you know? And what were you saying to me earlier? I thought it was really poignant.
I was thinking it was really cool that how politically neutral you were in your interviews, because news nowadays is so biased the one way or the other. You can't take it for real facts. And it's it's very steered, and it turns a lot of people off. It turns me off, and I thought it was very cool that you were very neutral, and you people have different views. You ask them, you went one side or another, then you leave it to the audience to make up their own minds from what was talked about. I think that was very cool and refreshing, and it was probably went back to what news was like 10 or 20 years ago maybe, which
because nowadays it's all very, well, like you said, one-sided, and people don't even want to talk to someone who doesn't agree with them. They're all about, my way or the highway kind of thing. And
exactly.
Yeah.
I thought it was very refreshing.
Yeah, no, thank you. And you're saying that, and I really appreciate that. I think that's great. But I think, really music and punk rock in general, it kind of brings people together. And I think it's important in this current climate. We're so divided. Because like you're saying, 20 years ago, the news was just down the middle and they kind of presented the facts. Now it's kind of more opinion-based journalism.
Exactly.
Yeah. So again, what do you think we can do really to bridge the divide of the two sides, really?
That's not an easy one.
No.
But I think maybe more people are doing it the way you're doing it would definitely be a step forward. I mean,
right.
A lot of these news companies do what they do to get a bigger audience.
Yes. Yeah.
They don't necessarily report what they should report. They just, concerned more about getting the viewers and audience for their shareholders, and not so much about reporting accurate.
And getting clicks, building their audience, because if you're, the more sensationalizing you are on the right or the left, the bigger your audience gets, the faster it gets.
I know.
There is no middle anymore.
Exactly.
There's no middle ground,
That's very sad. And I forgot what else I was going to say, but it was probably not that cool.
One of the big problems, what I think that we do have in today is we have two sides, and two sides feeding the same beast. There is no middle ground anymore, and it definitely is. It's just people arguing.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, it's my way or the highway type of thought. There's no longer a collective of ideas and trying to work together. It's just one side battling the other side.
Right.
And that's what you get because you have a two-party system.
Mm-hmm.
So what we need to do is really break away from a two-party system.
Yes.
And it's like I said on the podcast. One thing that I do believe is for major change is you got to vote everyone out.
Oh, yes.
Start
You
over.
were saying that. Yeah.
So vote everyone out because we have the same people making the same mistakes, and a lot of it's fueled by greed.
Yeah.
It's by greed. It's by money. It's no longer by values and morals.
Mm-hmm.
It's about what's going in their bank account.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it is polarizing. We have it's polarized. We have two parties, but it's almost like both parties kind of feed the same beast. They're all,
Exactly.
When are we going to start being together?
Yeah, and I think music and punk rock and coming out of the show, and talking with people you don't agree with, I think that's the most important thing. And I don't know if people want to do that, but it's almost like the two parties, it's so divided, yet at the end of the day, they serve the same masters, which how crazy is that? People are fighting, but it's kind of the same thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's two parties feeding the same beast. And it's for people to come out and voice their opinions is the only way to change. It's voice your opinions and working together instead of working against each other,
Yeah, exactly. And then that's why I try to do the podcast, and it's great having, I know you were on the podcast last time. I love to feature as many bands as I can, and
And I apologize for not showing up as Princess Leia, but it's the reason is I couldn't find my Han Solo.
Okay, I wore my BB-8 shirt and everything. I was expecting Slave Girl Leia. I would have even been okay with the New Hope Leia, but you let me down.
Well, that's the one I was going to go for because I love the buns in her hair.
The buns. Yes. You could have pulled it off. You totally could have pulled it off.
Definitely. I mean, it would have flew off like 2 songs into our set, but it would have definitely been fun. But I didn't have a Han Solo, so I didn't want to get stood up.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. One thing I really like, before I let you guys go and get back to the show and have a good time, is when you were doing your live show, you really did crowd interaction. You got people interacting with the music. Yeah. Where are you going to be without? You can't be a band or a podcast if you don't have the fans. No. Yeah, you have to have. It's a give and take.
And that's the whole thing about playing music is you want to play. You want people to enjoy it. You want it's. I play for the love of music, but then I also play for the crowd interaction, for their reaction. When I see them enjoying it, it makes me enjoy it that much more.
Exactly. And then the next band is getting ready, so it's all getting crazy. We're going to go. But before I let you guys go, again, where can everyone find your music online?
Right now, until we have a Spotify or iTunes, it's just you got to come to you got to come to the shows. Come to the shows or hit us up on Facebook. We will definitely figure something out.
So Facebook, Generic Response on Facebook, and of course on the in the notes and everything. If you're checking out, I'll have a link to Generic Response, and if you're in the LA area, go check them out. Yeah. They have a great live show, and they definitely have the good crowd interaction, which I think is awesome. So keep playing, keep doing what you're doing, guys.
Thank you, I'd appreciate it.
Say it loudly and proudly. Fuck you.
Fuck you!
here and they scream, fuck you. I got to it for you. Fuck you, fuck you. Simple to it to choose. Fuck you, fuck you. 'Cause I got to it for you. Fuck you, fuck you. Simple to it for you. Fuck you, fuck you.
And that was Fuck You by Wrecked. And I actually have the idiots who were formerly Wrecked here sitting within the political mosh pit. We're here live at the May 4th Punk Rock in Politics show extravaganza. It's fucking epic. There's a huge turnout. You guys are going to be going on next, I believe, right? Yeah, definitely. So, like, let me know. So you guys were Wrecked, but now you guys are called the Idiots?
Yeah, we're the Idiots from back in the day. We transitioned to Reg. Now we're back into the Idiots. But yeah, we're here to fucking kick ass tonight. It's gonna be a fucking cool show. Hope you guys are fucking ready. It's gonna be great.
Good. And I had other podcast before. We were kind of talking about, you know, all the bands that were playing. I wasn't able to feature your guys' music because I didn't have any music. So I'm really happy that I'm able to catch this interview and feature your guys' music on tonight. So fuck yeah. Thanks a lot for doing that. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But since this is like a punk rock and politics show, I know we had a really interesting opinion over here. So what's the opinion with the political?
What's your opinion?
The political world.
Opinion.
Both sides need to die.
That's his opinion. He's always short-worded, so don't take it for granted. But you guys got anything to elaborate on this? Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm kind of pissed off that the Kings lost. The LA Kings.
Put it really close.
The LA Kings lost to the fucking assholes in Vegas. I'm really pissed off about that, man. That's my politics. Fuck everything else. Hey, court wars and all that shit.
Okay, yeah. Well, sports is, they have the rivalries in sports, but I still feel like sports is a little bit more unified than politics, you know? Politics is so divisive.
People don't get pissed off over sports except for bad ref calls.
Yeah.
It brings people together, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody should unite. People shouldn't be such fucking dicks, dude.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
Yes, yeah, and even
bunch of dicks.
Fucking king, man. The fucking king.
I said we fuck politics. Let's party.
Yes. And that's what we're doing here. We're trying to, it is punk rock and politics, but at the end of the day, we're all like we all love music. We all want to have a good time. And no matter what our political opinion is, we want to get together and join out and fucking unite, not divide each other. And, you know.
Exactly the point going across there. We're here to fucking rip it up, spread our message, and fucking have some fucking fun. Fuck the government. Fuck the shit they stand for. It's all about our right and our freedom of speech.
Yes.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. Dude, okay, that's a great point. As far as the freedom of speech goes, I feel personally that freedom of speech is really under attack. And I think that punk rock, it's always been an expression of freedom of speech. And I think that's really important. And have you guys noticed that freedom of speech is kind of also under attack recently?
Yeah, noticed that a lot.
Yeah, and that's
crazy.
And that's crazy because we should be able to have the right to do and say what we want, because isn't that what America is founded on?
Exactly.
It should be.
I got nothing to say. You guys rock, by the way. This is cool.
Yes, the bullshit in the country anymore is like everybody gets their feelings hurt. Everybody wants to fucking cry. Everybody wants to be like, oh my God, look at me. My feelings are hurt. Who the fuck cares? Fucking go out there, have some fun, spread your message, and live your fucking life. That's what punk rock's all about.
Yes.
Fuck everything in between. I don't care.
No, that's great. Exactly. I think you're right.
Politics are two sides designed to make us fight.
Yes, exactly. I completely agree.
We gotta learn how to fucking
swallow.
This guy's sick. Something's wrong with you, bro. Something's wrong with this dickhead.
But yeah,
hey, we gotta learn how to agree to disagree, man.
Yes.
Right? Everybody's gotta look at all the shit that's going on, dude. You know what I mean? There's so much crap going on. We just gotta fucking learn how to maintain and take it and deal with it. That's just how it is, dude.
Definitely.
It's simple, but it's not.
It's something so simple to say, but people don't want to do it, and it really fucking sucks. And that's why I know you guys aren't super political, but you're still sitting down here and taking part in the interview, and I want to thank you for doing that, you know?
We thank you, man. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Right on, brother.
Cheers! I got my drink over there, but cheers!
Cheers.
But so, you know, on
Say
that
what you
note,
want.
I definitely think you're right. We need to unite, and I think at the end of the day, that's what fucking punk rock's all about. It's about uniting, you know? Everyone's welcome here at the punk show.
It doesn't matter your color. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter anything. It's just you, dude. Everybody's got to come together. We all have to fucking...
Yeah.
You're my fucking politicianer.
When are you going to be running for office soon?
Fuck it.
We are the idiots. Fucking hope you guys love our shit tonight. And fuck the government.
Before I let you go, but you guys were wrecked, or you were the idiots, and you went to wreck. Now you're the idiots. So what does the future have for the idiots? Before I let you go,
we're the idiots. The future has we're gonna be recording some shit pretty soon, and I think we're writing some new lyrics, right, guys? Are we gonna do this? We're in between.
Good.
Yeah, the
and
records
so,
come soon.
And we just played one of your songs. Where can people online find your music online?
Doug, where's our music at?
Reverb Nation.
Reverb Nation.
Cool. Reverb Nation, the idiots. Reverb Nation.
The idiots.
Cool.
Idiots Punk Rock.
Idiots Punk Rock.
Hopefully in a couple months we'll have our shit down and we'll have a whole alignment of music coming, right? We're going to record.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It'll be coming. You guys be ready.
Good.
It's coming.
All right. Well, hey, thanks so much for sitting down, and thanks for playing tonight, and it's fucking a blast. I'm having fun, so thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, brother. You're a fucking badass. It is punk rock. Woo!
Prisoners in the land of the free, buried alive, this coffin machine. Hated, buried, infiltrated by you. Appeal denied, my life is through. The flag still stands behind our wall. Segregated and you know we're not gonna fall. Behind these iron bars you will find. We're bleeding red, we're all the same kind. We're prisoners in the land of the free, buried alive in this coffin machine. Hated, buried, infiltrated by youth. Appeal denied, my life is through, my life is through. My life is through. My life is through. My life is through. Prisoners in the land of the free, buried alive, this coffin machine. Hated, buried, infiltrated by youth. Appeal denied, my life is through. The flag still stands behind our wall. Segregated and you know we're not gonna fall. Behind these iron bars you will find. We're bleeding red, we're all the same kind. We're prisoners of the land of the free, buried alive in this coffin machine. Hated, buried, infiltrated by youth. Appeal denied, my life is through, my life is through. My life is through. My life is through. My life is through. Prisoners, the land of the free. We're buried alive in this coffin machine. Hated, buried, infiltrated by youth. Appeal denied, my life is through, my life is through. My life is through. My life is through. My life is through.
We're here still at the Doll Hut, and I have some awesome punk rock, classic punk rock fans. Ann and Dwayne, what is up?
So glad to be here. These guys are rocking. That last drummer, classic.
Yeah,
Classic
and that was
punk.
That was the idiots.
Christy?
The idiots, yeah.
Oh my God, he was great. I need to go shake his hand.
Good, yeah. And you have the shirt. I took a picture and I put it on Facebook. It says "Make America Punk Again." I love it.
Yeah, we need to all be punk again.
And you guys said you guys were like classic punks. You were going to old school shows and everything. So how does this hold up to like the good old days, I suppose?
Very well. Actually, I was a fan of this Santa Cruz scene back with the Butthole Surfers.
Oh, yeah.
And this, I'd like to go back to my roots, have some fun with the youngsters, because I'm an old guy.
Yeah.
And I'm an old school. I'm a Dead Kennedys guy.
Yeah, I love Jello
So,
Biafra. Yeah.
digging all of it.
Good.
The energy, the intensity, the fun. Oh, having great.
Awesome. Well, hey, I'm so happy that you guys came out and we're enjoying the show. And, you know, that's what it's all about is the energy and the feedback between the fans and the bands. And it's like a give and take, you know?
You got us to move. We were out there. I was trying to keep, I'm not slamming anymore, but I was keeping the slam in control, keeping them from falling over on all of us. But what? Picking them up, slamming down, loving the punk.
Awesome. Well, hey, I'm going to let you guys go get a beer and everything. Thanks for coming out, and I'm glad you guys are having a fun time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome, brother.
It's easy to reproduce, and all you gotta do is find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole. It's easy to reproduce, and all you gotta do is find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole. Oh, how I had good for it. I couldn't wait to get for it. If I could only break down the barrier that stood between us, I might have married her. Fucking man, no trouble at his word. Cause you're from Venus and I'm from Earth. It's pretty easy to get back slapped. I ain't chasing no till I bet they wanna whack back. It's easy to reproduce, man. All you gotta do is find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole. It's easy to reproduce, man. All you gotta do is find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole. Oh, how I had good for it. I couldn't wait to get euphoric. I see my screwed up friends with the screwed up wives, teasing the screwed up kids, living the screwed up lives. If you do it, man, it will save your life. Don't gotta practice to learn to do it right. Fucking man, you want trouble at his word. Cause you're from Venus and I'm from Earth. It's easy to reproduce, man. All you gotta do is find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole. It's easy to reproduce, man. All you gotta do is find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole, find the right hole.
And that was Easy to Reproduce by the Whining Pussys. And I actually have all of the pussies, Whining Pussies here. Usually.
Hi.
Hi.
Hola, señorita.
There we go, dude. Hey, and we're still here at the Doll Hut on the May 4th show, and we're talking to you guys before you're about to take stage. Thanks so much for sitting down for a quick little interview before you get up there.
Great microphone.
Yeah, dude. Thank you.
Am I holding it close enough?
You could put it as close as possible. Actually, that's the best, you know?
Right now I want to talk into it.
I put a booger on it.
There's boogers on it now.
It's actually a real booger.
Yeah, awesome. So
Okay.
So
See, we leave souvenirs.
tell me about the show, guys. What do you see going on? Because this is just an audio podcast, so people don't know. Give everyone who's out home, what did they miss tonight? What are they missing? What's going on?
They're missing a big event. We got everybody from Orange County to LA showing up here tonight, and it's going to be fucking fantastic. We got some of the fucking greatest bands playing tonight. A couple of them just played. If you missed it, you missed it. If not, come on over and hurry, because it's going to be a good night.
Yeah, and you guys have been, you just put out a new song. We just played it, and that's fucking awesome. So tell me a little bit, what's in the future for the Whining Pussys?
More reproduction.
Babies.
Baby.
Yeah, it's a song about babies. One of us is pregnant. That's why I wrote the song.
That's a secret.
You gotta guess who?
Guess who,
Guess
huh?
which one?
Contest. We'll have a contest on which one of us it is. But I'm going to step away from that whole.
I'll step into that. It's probably going to be me.
Oh, man.
Daryl is
Odds are 3-1 Daryl. Sterile Daryl is going to actually have a baby. National Enquirer is actually covering this right now.
National Geographic.
I have some great photos of me in my pregnancy, early pregnancy stage.
Who's the lucky man?
No!
Kyle just
Now who it is. The guy that's nervous.
You got me all scared. I was like, shit, now they're going to know.
Oh, we just spilled a drink all over us, but I think it's just water, so I think we're all right.
Beer-smelling water.
Yeah, okay. At least it wasn't beer, so we're good.
It's down to
We're
my
good.
sock. If I get pulled over tonight driving home, my officer is just my foot driving.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
We'll be good. All right, and this is Punk Rock and Politics, and, this show, it's the Punk and Politics show, so I kind of like to ask people, do you guys think punk rock mixed with politics?
I'm the last punk rock guy you should talk to.
We get Steve Clark all the time.
Yeah, they know what I'm going to say. Do you want to say something? Does punk rock and politics mix?
Yeah, as long as it's not one-sided, and that's what I'm kind of getting sick of hearing.
No, yeah. Go in more into that, please.
Well, yeah, I've just been seeing too much, especially on Facebook, the one-sidedness, the whole, unity thing is not happening. Everyone's freaking so this or so that.
Yes, yeah.
And it's just bullshit, because punk rock's fucking open-minded, and we accept everything, but when you start seeing people, mouthing off about, you voted for Trump, you're an asshole, unfriend me. Those guys are a bunch of fucking
Exactly.
Like
yes.
Are you saying you voted Trump? Fuck, I'm going to unfriend you now.
You're out of the band.
Yeah, but seriously, here's the biggest problem I see. And not just, it doesn't just be in America with American politics. It has to do with free thought. You have to think for yourself.
Yeah.
You can't buy into the bullshit too far to the left, too far to the right. Fuck them. It's a two-party system. You're losing either way. Here's the real deal. You really want to know what my opinion is on politics? It's Democrats cut all the taxes and make all the breaks for the corporations out there.
Mm-hmm.
The Republicans do it for all the rich people that already have their money,
Yeah.
Either way, when it comes to you and me, the little guy that are out here in the fucking thick of it, doing it on the daily basis, they don't give a shit about us.
Yes. Yeah. I think you're totally right. It's not about us. It's all about the elites and the corporations. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Agree. Wholeheartedly. And
Bully you on Facebook.
and I'll give you one better. It's just ridiculous. It's just
You're just riding off his coattails.
I wake up every morning, I go to work, I put my pants on one leg at a time, and it's just the same thing. And I'm tired of it too. Hey, boys! Hey! Oh, hey, you're down here.
That one too.
Yeah, towards my homies down here. To the homies. It's every day. It's just a new thing. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I totally agree. And I think music and punk rock and coming out to the show, no matter what political affiliation you are, we can all come out here, get in the mosh pit, play some good music, enjoy the music. And I think that's what it's about. And it's not.
We play bad music.
Well, no, you guys are fucking awesome, man.
We're
I'm
totally
really
doing bad music. Because you know what? Bad music is where it's at. People like bullshit, right?
You're doing bad music,
So
but you're
let's
doing
play
it
some
good.
hits.
You're doing it good, guys. And I think that was a great point, and I think it's all about unity, and I think that's kind of what punk's all about, right?
I don't like that thing.
The best part about these interviews is trying to get McSteven to speak his mind.
I think music should be happy and free.
That's not
Good.
McSteven.
There we
That's
go.
not McSteven.
That's
You're
not
McSteven.
We've had McSteven on, Dr. Steve all the time, you know, and we've had him twice. Yeah.
Yes.
I plug that every time because I think that's fucking cool. But yeah, let's get Steve's little input on this.
What was the question?
Just unity, man. Is punk rock, about unity? What do you think,
Yeah. Yeah, punk rock.
There's something I gotta say real quick. Before Clark goes, punk rock is unity. If it wasn't, it'd be called punity. And we don't listen to that. Go ahead.
Yep. Punk rock's all about speaking your mind and everybody respecting each other's ideas.
Yeah, and I think free thought, you're right, man. I was just talking to Wrecked, and they were talking about how freedom of speech is really under assault right now, whether it's with comedy or music or anything. And, even if you're going to get offended, I think it's important to accept what anyone else is going to say, and, we all can enjoy the music,
Right.
So free thought, I think that's a great point.
And punk rock can be offensive. You just have to, it's just about speaking your mind however you want to say, as plain as you want to say it. It can be offensive, but
you gotta be responsible with your fucking, Second Amendment,
Cool.
Speech, you gotta be responsible. That's what I'm sick of people that saying. Way too much stuff, that is offensive.
Yeah.
There's a line.
Yeah.
You cross it. Well, apparently, nothing happens nowadays, and it should. Fucking when I was a kid growing up, you said something bad or wrong or something, you get your fucking ass kicked. Nowadays, I'm gonna call my fucking attorney. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Call my dad. I'm gonna call my mom. Yeah, he goes to mine. Call my dad.
Oh, man. Well, hey, before I let you guys go, I know you guys are playing on. 390's going to hop on in a minute. We got to get in the pit for them, and you guys are going to go on after them. But before I let you go, tell me really quick, you guys are having new music in the works. What's going on in the works, and where can we find your music online?
yeah, we have a new EP out called Live in the Litter Box. It's online. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify. It's all over. It's all over the internet. You can also buy one at our shows. We're working on a new music video right now, and also working on a new full-length album.
Awesome. And all your music videos are all spot on, dude. We have Beliefs, really fucking sick. And of course, my favorite, Facebook is an Asshole. Such a good music video, such a great song. I plugged that song several times. If you haven't heard Facebook is an Asshole, go check that fucking video out. It's really good. So hey, thanks to all the pussies for whining in Live in the Litter Box. Whoever thought of that is fucking genius. Fucking give it up for the doctor, man.
Thanks for having
us. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I don't want to repeat myself, but I put one leg on every day. One pin at a time.
Get the mic away from that guy. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks.
It's your life, don't do it. What's the matter? Don't do it. It's your life, don't do it. It's automatic. You'll have the kid or you get rid of it. You say life's great, so why put the skins on it? I've got no money, no future that I can give. So tell me why should I let it live? It's your life, don't do it. What's the matter? Don't do it. It's your life, don't do it. It's automatic. Well, I'm not looking for hate, 'cause that's just how we're made. And I'm not looking for the truth, 'cause it's never understood. I'm just sitting in the back of a pickup truck with you. I'm just sitting in the back of a pickup truck with you.
Pickup Truck by 390, and I have the resident punk rock and politics band 390 here, and I don't only have Ronnie X from 390, but I have Ron from 390, both of them.
Actually, Eric.
Oh my God, Eric.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ron didn't make it. He took off.
See, I'm all confused. There's like two Rons, but we have Eric here joining us, which is awesome because I'm so tired of talking to Ronnie X all the fucking time.
Dude, you don't have to talk to me about that.
But it's good. We have more representation from 390. I saw your guys' set. You guys were crazy, you know, you blew it off. You had a lot of crowd interaction. Ronnie was getting in the crowd, running around. I digged it, dude. You guys did great.
Awesome.
Great set.
No, thanks a lot. A lot of fun. Good crowd tonight. I think the Punk Rock Politics show helped out getting some people down here. It was awesome.
Yeah, and for anyone who wasn't able to make it out, you know, because they don't live in the area and something, let's give a recap of the show. You know, what the whole show tonight. What would we lay it out for the listeners? How was it?
Well, it was seven really good punk rock bands. I mean, starting with the Suspects, then we had CC Potato, Theo Hirsch. Yeah, we've got to get up here closer.
Yeah,
Generic Response, The Idiots, we played, and then the Whining Pussys finished it off, as they always do. Awesome.
Yeah, it was a great show. Really great lineup. Ronnie really put it together. A really fucking awesome lineup, man. Great job.
You do a baseball podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This was like the 1927 Yankees lineup. It was fucking deep.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no weak links.
Yeah, it was.
And if I might say so, you're like the Vince Scully of the podcast
world,
world,
okay.
man. It's like it just brought it all together, dude.
Right, yeah.
The Vince Scully of Punk Rock and Politics.
Oh
podcast,
yeah, I keep forgetting we have video over here with Kane Fontecchio of Madcap Media Lab on the video.
Did I? Can you speak? Did I let you speak right now? Okay, you wait your turn, all right?
Yeah, definitely. And it was so much fun, you know, because a lot of the bands, I don't think, you know, Ronnie X, he's total hardcore political junkie, and that's why I always enjoy having you on. I always enjoy doing interviews with you. You're a libertarian. I'm a hardcore socialist, you know, so we have great conversations. But a lot of the bands, you know, they're not necessarily like political per se, but I really was able to talk to them and get conversations going, and I really found it interesting. Even the non-political bands, I kind of found the highlight or the overall arching sentiment of all the bands was kind of the two political parties are bullshit and freedom of speech is under attack, and we need to have more free thinking and individual liberty. And I thought that was kind of everyone's take almost. And what do you guys feel about that?
I agree with what you just said right there. I think the free speech is under attack, and I think we do need more liberty, and we need to just let people be who they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you're gonna find that I echo Ron quite a bit. We're pretty close in our political views. I'm pretty much a libertarian too. Pretty liberal on social issues myself, and then very conservative on economic issues.
Right. Yeah.
But
No, this sounds very serious.
Oh, and here we have.
This sounds very, very serious. Are you all right about this? Or how do you really feel?
So,
Is he whining
well,
over here?
I was just making shit up, but now I'm going to tell how I really feel. This is my man crush.
And we have the Whining Pussies coming over here and everything.
Everything will be all right.
Bass guitar and everything.
That's IE.
Who am I sitting on?
I'm actually
Can you move a little to the right? Do you smell my sweaty? Do you feel my sweaty butt on you? Oh, it's a mark on you.
That's not sweat, just so you know. That's not really sweat. That's the beer I poured out on
That's
him
a beer
earlier.
we spilled earlier, right?
It's what you call duck butter by now.
You're facing north right now. The North Star's that way.
So, can we have another chair back here, please?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sorry. No, go on about.
So I'm curious. The Whining Pussy just showed up, but the lead singer, Steve, is he too good for us?
Yeah.
You're crying and talking again.
Yeah.
He's crying for the single.
Where's the Whining Pussy? Where is he? He's too cool to be here.
Nah, yeah. Too cool.
Well,
Hey, you guys, again, another great set.
Another great show tonight.
Yeah. We're just talking about that. It's a great deep.
How intoxicated are you right now?
I'm medium.
Why does 390 always have to go before the Whining Pussies? I'm just curious, man. Why is that?
390 chooses that.
Well, see, they come out and they like educate people on what to
Numbers.
be pissed off about, and then we just come out and we fucking bitch and piss and moan about it. That's kind of our job, right?
Yeah.
390 and 0 are my favorite numbers.
390. We're selling, by the way,
I
we're
know.
selling all their albums for $3.90.
That's a bargain.
Going, by the way.
Hey, very, very lucrative.
I'll tell you what. If we sold our albums for $3.90, we'd be making $3.90 more than we normally get for them. So,
Not
so,
bad.
yes,
Not bad.
we must have given them
I
away.
have a question.
Yeah.
How did you guys come up with the name 390? I don't know.
How did they come up with the name 390?
Serious question.
It is serious.
All right, you want a serious answer?
That's how you know he's fucked up, because he's asking serious questions.
Now, let me.
I'll give you the story behind that. When I was, 17, 18. I guess I was 18 because we were working at Jerry, and afterwards we grabbed some beer and we went to a party, and get to the party, and there's it's huge. Cops are breaking it up.
Huge?
Yeah, it's huge.
Huge.
Yeah, wasn't in China, but so it's huge, and so we did what the cops said. Hey, leave. So we were parked a couple of streets down on a little cul-de-sac. We took off. We went down to the car, and we're standing out front of the car, had a beer in our hand, just talking. And the cop comes up, makes a U-turn to go back down. He sees us, stops, pulls up to us, and we're leaving the party like they asked us to. There's 1,000 people that aren't leaving, and they freaking arrest my next door neighbor was with us. He was only 15. He had a beer in his hand. They arrest him, haul him to jail, and give us tickets. 390 drunk in public tickets. 390 means drunk in public, and yeah, so I had to go to court and kind of stuff.
That was a long story to get to that point.
Wow. There we go.
Yeah.
We got the backstory.
That's the police code for drunk in public.
Okay.
So since we get drunk before we go on every time, it kind of fits.
I'm going to totally start a band called 510 now.
Yeah, 510?
Yeah, that's police code for DUI, brother.
Isn't it 502?
Don't do that, kids. Don't.
Is it
It's
502?
bad shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey!
My guitar too, bros.
Guitar, brother.
Let's play the side.
Hey, don't you drum for
Join us.
no?
390, not anymore. I'm Daryl Lucker.
I'm Daryl Lucky.
Actually, it's Los Pocos Locos. That's a killer band.
Los Pocos Luckers.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to wear that shit out.
So,
I'm sorry.
Happy Cinco Day! Hey, it is. It's Draco de Mayo.
Oh, and
Happy Cinco Day.
and now it's Cinco de Mayo. It's officially Cinco de Mayo.
Punk rock forever.
Careful.
You're gonna.
Cannonball.
No.
I'm going to excuse myself because this guy here, I can't claim
I tried to let him down softly. I tried as hard as I can.
Cannonball.
I'll see you at home later.
390.com/punkcock.
Serenity.com.
It's I love punk cock.
I love punk.
Punk
rock.
Punk rock.
Rock.
Punk
Rock.
Sorry.
And that was the Whining Pussys. Oh, his mom's here to pick him up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Good.
We have a lot of editing to do on this one.
Oh, I'm not gonna edit. I'm gonna pull a politics with dummies on that one and not edit
but
a
back
thing.
to what we were talking about earlier about
Yeah.
being libertarians.
Yeah.
This is one of the first libertarians, that back in the 80s. I mean, when it was not even cliche, it's like this guy was already libertarian, and now it's kind of coming into more of a popular. I don't know.
I think the
trend.
idea of libertarians wasn't really I don't think there was a saying or a target libertarian. I would have to go and do research when that like tag came about, but it really was anarchy. What it was originally, and then now and that's kind of a good thing to riff off of. What is really the difference between anarchy and libertarianism?
Because you have like, it's a great question because even libertarians will kind of make some distinctions. You have libertarians, you have minarchists, you have anarchists. And even they will even they will make the distinctions. Okay. So even libertarians will kind of have a little bit of gradation. But in my personal opinion, the only real true punkers, and I'm probably gonna get some pushback here, are libertarians.
Yeah, well,
because they don't believe in authority. Basically, they're telling you like, you know what? No government, nothing.
Yeah,
and it's so if you, that's the road to anarchy is through the libertarian movement.
Yeah. Which is that. How is that possible? Because I think that's the main problem with libertarians and anarchists. They say no government, anarchy, but I think projecting that and explaining how a society would function without government, I think that is kind of the main sticking point that a lot of libertarians can't explain.
It's that's where I probably part company with libertarians because I don't think you can have a system where there is no government. I don't trust humanity that much to where you can't have no government. But I do believe you got to get right up to it and say, okay, get as much as government as you can out of your life, and maybe just have it there for the things like just protecting us.
Yeah.
From foreign invaders, from intruders, both domestic and foreign.
Right.
And maybe some police force, but after that, just get the government out of our life. So where do you draw that line?
And I think the problem is we're always writing new laws and adding laws upon laws without taking old laws away. Like recently, I think it's a California ordinance where if you collect rainwater on your property, you're basically taxed with property tax. So there's a new proposition coming up in June here in California where going forward, if it passes, you won't be taxed for collecting rainwater on your own property. And me as like, a lefty socialist, I'm like, what the fuck? That's something that I think is bullshit, that the government is getting in someone's business. And why shouldn't you not be allowed to collect rainwater on your own property?
Well, you can go through a litany of laws that are exactly like that. Why should the government tell you what size of soda you can drink? Why does New York City say you can only buy a 16-ounce soda? What gives the government the right to tell you what kind of soda you can drink?
Right.
And they tell you what kind of toilet you have to put in and what kind of light bulbs you have to put in. And so that's where I come from. Is the government doesn't need to tell us those things. What color to paint our house and what kind of garage door I have to put in and those kind of things. Like I said, there is a need for government, and government is needed for particular things, mostly policing and that type of stuff. And like I said, defense of the country, whatever. But beyond that, people should have the liberty to do what they want to do, and I think that's what the founding fathers came here for. That's why they left England.
You're right, and this is ironic, right? Okay, so the government in New York, Bloomberg, he passed the soda amounts, right? So they want to be able to go and tell people how much soda you can or can't drink, yet we don't provide health care to everyone. So the idea, which is wrong, I agree, in saying you can or can't drink so much soda, they're doing that for public health, quote unquote, yet they don't provide health insurance for everyone if you want. I know we would maybe disagree on that, but isn't that kind of interesting how we don't allow, it's like, oh, you can't drink soda, but if you get cancer, well, you're fucked. So I think that's a hypocritical.
Here's the problem with government is they want to tell you what to do, and it's not about really telling you what to do, it's about profiting off of it. They are making money off of like, hey, let's spend this much on a fucking study for this, and we're gonna spend that much money on, doing statistics for something, And when it boils down to it's spending your tax dollars.
Yeah.
You go to work, you work every day, you work your ass off, you're spending tax dollars to fund these assholes to tell you what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what America was founded on. No. I'm a big believer in free thought, and I understand the whole make America great again. Everybody's like, oh, if you make America great again, you're Trump. No. Making America great again starts with the self and free thought, and that's where it starts. Sorry, I'm drunk.
No, you're
It's
doing
late in the
good.
night,
You're doing good.
and I'm gonna ramble here. But here's the deal: is like they're basically profiting off of telling you what to do, on a daily basis, and they'll tax you for it, and they're gonna take your money for it, and you're gonna work your ass off for what? This is where anarchy, you're talking about anarchy and what anarchy is about. And there's a big misconception on it about what anarchy is. And it's starting with the self. That's where we need to head these days, is worrying about ourselves, not worrying about the next guy. I don't give a shit what the next guy has to say, what the next guy has to think about his opinions. That's their opinions. And that's all it is. That's where it ends. It's just an opinion on their behalf. Do I feel that opinion? Do I share that opinion? Maybe, maybe not. It doesn't matter. But what matters is if you really want to be free, libertarian, whatever you may want to call it, anarchist, whatever you may want to call it. Me personally, I believe in anarchy. I would love to see that as an actual government. We've never seen it tried on a large scale. And now we have the technology to make that happen to where we could do and it's another double-edged sword, just like Facebook.
Yeah.
Where we can give these people the power, the public the power.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where, a little bit of government, you have to have a little bit in place because there has to be a little bit of order. But in the end, we can make our decisions for ourselves.
Yeah.
We know what's good for us. We know what's not good for us. We don't need somebody to tell us, oh, you can't have a soda that big. Fuck you, I'm going to have a soda that big if I want to. Mama done raised a man. If I'm off the tit, if I want a soda that big, I'm going to have a soda that big. You know what I'm saying? If I want to have a beer, I'm going to have a beer. So what we need to do is wake up and realize, free thought is where it's at, and stop following the masses. Don't buy into the bullshit that people are trying to feed you when it comes to politics and everything. Think for yourself.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. We need to have. It's just too many laws, and it's. I think it was Thomas Jefferson who basically was saying we need to have a new revolution every 7 years. Every generation needs to have another revolution, and it's kind of, we have these laws that have been passed in the 60s and 70s. A lot of our drug laws are very antiquated and old, and now California, a lot of states are making marijuana legal, where we've been locking up people for just having a joint.
Well, there's a libertarian philosophy, have all drugs legal.
Yeah, it is. And Venezuela and a few countries have actually tried that, and a lot of people's fears are that everyone's going to become drug addicts, when in reality, once you do that, the drug usage actually goes down, which if you were to take that idea and that theory with anarchy and other aspects of the government, maybe if you do allow people to drink whatever size soda they want, maybe people won't get the big gulps, or because maybe they will be more in favor of their own health and whatnot. So yeah, I think that's a great point. It's
hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy to say, and he brought up a great point with the whole healthcare is not free and everything. It's a hypocrisy to say you can't do this to yourself.
The party's over.
Hey. In a minute. It's hypocrisy to say, you know who that is. It's hypocrisy to say what you can and cannot have if you're not going to provide the means to...
Don't let him have 2 beers again.
Yeah, right? No more shots for that guy. He's reached his limit. But honestly, it's hypocrisy to say, to tell me what I can and cannot have, if you're not going to provide me the means to take care of what I need to take care of, if something should go wrong. Things will always go wrong. That's life. Things go good, and then eventually something, boom, goes wrong. That's how it goes. But to tell me what I'm allowed to do, that's not what our country was founded on. Not in the principalities of what it was originally founded upon. It was originally founded upon do what you want, kind of do what you want, with respect to others. You know who would police you was your neighbors and your community and everything back then. Times have changed. We're a lot more populated. Life's a lot faster these days, and that's why you have things like police in place and everything. And don't get me started on that subject, because police accountability is another thing I'm all about too. But you have to have it in place in order to make society function decently. There has to be order. They look at the symbol for anarchy, the A and the O. It actually stands for anarchy and order.
Get the hell out of here soon.
Oh no! Oh
Well,
no!
there's a general principle in libertarianism, and I'm sure you guys know it's called the non-aggression principle. You're allowed to do whatever you want as long as you don't hurt somebody else.
Exactly.
And that's the ruling principle. And I think in a perfect world, I would agree with Kyle that anarchy would be the perfect place.
Yeah.
I just don't know if humanity is capable of doing it.
Yeah.
It's flawed.
It's too much power for humanity.
Yeah,
really.
and so I would just say,
George Carlin said it best. Just think about how stupid the average person is, and then realize that half of them are dumber than that.
I was talking about that non-aggression principle. I'm going to violate that here in a second. Okay, I'm going to hop over this fence and hurt somebody.
Well,
Your mom's here. You gotta go home.
Oh, that's me. Sorry, I gotta go.
So,
good night. Good night.
as a socialist, you sit here and listen to all this talk that we give that's got to be completely opposite of what you feel, or not maybe completely opposite. Like you said, we actually have a lot of areas we agree on.
Yeah.
But the government side of things would be an area we don't agree on.
Yeah, we'll see, and that's I think the common misconception with socialism is, most socialists don't want the government to do everything. Like building cars. I don't want the government to build cars. I don't want the government to build TVs, because a private corporation can do that better. As my personal opinion as a socialist, I believe that providing that, I come at it for providing that social safety net, where I think everyone, if you get sick, you should be able to go into a clinic and get healed. If you need to talk to a therapist, there should be a place where you can go and talk to a therapist. That's provided. But forcing people to do things like the drinks, I think that's complete bullshit, so that's kind of where I come at it.
But you're forcing somebody else to pay for something
but see, here's
because
the
the government
problem.
has no money.
Well,
the government has no money. They have to take money from somebody to give it to somebody else.
Here's the problem. Here in America, we pay the most per capita than any other country for health insurance. Yet we're the most undercovered. So our system is flawed. So that's why
the whole system of health
Obamacare.
Insurance is the problem to begin with.
Yeah, because it's for profit. We have people who
it's
are.
not a matter of being for profit. It's just there's no competition to begin with, for one thing. But if you had auto insurance, and auto insurance had to cover all your oil changes, all your gas every time you filled up for gas, how much would your auto insurance be? It would be huge. But when we go to the pharmacy, our pills are covered. When we go to the doctor, our visits covered. When we do everything is covered. So the price of insurance is huge.
Yeah.
But if you had insurance like auto insurance with $1,000 deductible, so anything under $1,000 you had to pay for yourself.
Yeah.
The health insurance would be rather cheap, and you would have to go pay for your normal stuff. But we have a weird health insurance system in that we pay for everything.
Okay, well, here's a perfect example. Okay, our society, basically, we have an opioid problem. And so we're handing out opioids basically like candy. They're starting to crack down now, but there's the Narcan shot. So if you have an overdose on opioids or heroin, you need this Narcan shot. And right now it's $500-$600 per shot. Now the Congress went and they mandated that only one company can have a patent on that. So there's no generic Narcan shot. So the only way
place you can get it is from one company, and they can charge as much as they want for it.
Okay.
So that's basically kind of goes to competition.
Using that exact philosophy, why would you want to have government control anything? Because that's one company, the government. So you're going to have the same problem that you're having
that's
here
a private
with
corporation.
Government. No, but for anything government does, they're a monopoly, and they are never going to be efficient. They're always going to be more inefficient, like you said.
No. See, I don't want the government to make the Narcan shot. Not at all, because the government can't do it.
Have you ever seen anybody revive from Narcan?
No.
Truly an amazing thing.
Yeah.
They're like comatose, and then boom, it's like they're awake.
Yeah, but the fact that
amazing.
that the corporations are profiting off of giving people opioids, and then they also profit off of the thing that can save them from it. That's what really bothers me. But we could go into this conversation. We need to have a little
under
over.
The weeds.
But no, we were actually talking. We need to do a future podcast where we're going to have get way more in depth, because it's really good having the libertarian point of view versus the more left socialist point of view, because then we could really get into the weeds and have this conversation, which is something that I want to do, because usually when I do interviews of bands, it's very
the
over
best
the top.
part of this, because I haven't met you before, but the best part of this is that we can talk in a civilized manner and disagree and agree and whatever, which is what we're missing right now. I don't know.
Exactly.
Now, it's like you go on Facebook. If you disagree with me, I unfriend you, and I'm not going to talk to you. And you voted for Trump, I'll never talk to you. You voted for Hillary, I'm never talking to you. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So we can have this kind of conversation. That's what we need.
I just want to recap by saying that it's been great working with Michael, with Kane from Madcap Media. Our whole goal here is to kind of build a community, a little, for lack of better words, cross marketing and bring everybody together. I think we accomplished that tonight. Yeah. We really had a really good turnout here tonight. And like Eric was saying, it's like, we can disagree. That's fine. The whole point is that, I know your heart, man. I know you're a good person. I know Eric's a good person. Okay. And that's all that matters. We don't have to hate each other, we really don't, and I think it's the problem today in our culture is that people, they hate each other for their beliefs. You know,
especially when you can be also hidden behind a screen.
Yeah,
really
it's like you know, the families are breaking up because they voted for Trump. It's crazy to me, you know, and that's how it shouldn't be. And I think you brought this up on your podcast about your whole goal is to bring people together.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a good thing, and I hope, you know, hopefully you've accomplished that tonight, because we had a divergent views tonight. You know, you know, you've interviewed a lot of people. Yeah. Theo Hirsch. Yeah. Okay, I mean that guy. Yes, he's like exactly. He's so far left, he's gonna fall off the earth. Yeah. You know, but we all no problem. But no problems. Yeah, and I think that's the important thing tonight.
Yeah, and that's the best part. And before we wrap it up, we have Kane here from Madcap Media Lab. He's behind the camera, so he's been filming everything. So we're gonna have all this on video. So if you know, if you're a visual person, not as much of an audio person, and there's going to be recordings of the bands and everything. So let's get Kane over here really quick. What's up, Kane? And how can people find the audio or the video and stuff? Where are they going to find it online and everything? Give a quick shout out. Where can everyone find the video?
Well, the easiest would probably be 390band.com. Easy to remember. You can find a lot of the stuff that I've done for them. Or you can just go to madcapswebsite.com. Madcaps, plural, website.com. And that's got pretty much everything I do, even my own projects, and then a lot of the bands that, you know, I
and we had you featured on before with the Lovely Creatures and everything.
Right.
And so it was great to have you come out and wrapping it all up, man. Because you were behind the camera recording all the shows and everything, or, you know, all the bands. So give a quick recap and just wrapping it up. How was the show? What did you think?
It was really good. It was really refreshing to see out here in the Orange County area, SoCal, to see a community like this in the punk rock scene, especially with the whole punk rock the politics element added to the event. It brought a lot of people out enthusiastic to, you know, be involved. But mostly what I love is seeing these bands all participating together. You know, there's just so many bands out there right now trying to, you know, get a little edge, get ahead a little, and it's nice to see them working together and really pulling each other's weight, and it works for everybody, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
I just want to say, if anybody out there listening, if you're in a band and you need some videos done, you need some work done, Madcap Media is freaking awesome. Kane is great. So look him up on the, like I said, madcapswebsite.com, whatever. And he does some great work. If you go to our 390band.com or their YouTube channel, you'll see some of the stuff he's done for us. It's awesome. So I just wanted to say that, because he's not gonna build himself up, but he's great.
Yeah, he's too humble. Also, I remember when you hit me up a while back on, I think it was Reverb Nation. You hit me up about being on your show. Yeah, and it's, I mean, Punk Rock and Politics, which is the podcast that Michael T. Coe does, features a lot of underground bands, and you give them a lot of attention that they wouldn't ordinarily get. Yeah. And it's kind of cool because it all came together tonight, you know, with all these bands. A lot of these bands have been on your show, right? Yeah. And that's what's cool. So with what Kane's doing, what you're doing, you know, it really, I think it might give a little bit of, you know, a push, you know, in the underground scene.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it's been an honor meeting Ronnie X and Eric and Kane and Fontecchio with Madcap Media Lab and everyone. I sang as much as I can now that I learned it. And I know this podcast is going to be super long, but it was an epic show. It was really good. And definitely thanks for anyone who, you know, went all the way through the podcast. And if you're at any bands that you like, go check them out. And that's what it's all about, is building a community, getting together, and we all can agree or disagree, but at the end of the day is coming together and having fun. And on that note, we're going to have one more song. Here's I Hate the Government by 390.
What's it
Thanks for checking out Punk Rock and Politics. If you enjoyed the show and the information brought to you, please subscribe and share the podcast. It helps us here at Punk Rock and Politics, but more importantly, it helps the featured bands gain exposure. Also, if you know any bands or musicians who would like to join the political mosh pit and have their music featured on the Punk Rock and Politics podcast, please email us at punkrockandpolitics@gmail.com. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. And rock on, political junkies.
I think all our society is run by insane people for insane objectives.
Doing a better job of talking to each other. The left hand now knows what the right hand is doing.
Look at those hands. Are they small hands? And he referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee it. All right.